Yeah, being a veteran is a lot different. You know, I think the last World Cup I was one of the younger guys, not necessarily by age, but experience and that and whatnot. And so being able to be on the opposite side is you know, pretty interesting. And I think you just kind of fall into it a little bit. So it's been good for me. I think you know, I've been trying to use my experience here with the younger guys, and obviously this camp being in Brazil, I can kind of help out with the language and whatnot with you know, whoever needs help. And so it's interesting being on the opposite side of it, but I like it so far. All the guys have been asking about Portuguese words and little phrases, so I've been having to teach here and there. The easy ones are, you know, thank you, obrigado. People are asking me about water, that's agua. A lot of them are similar to Spanish. What else? More steak, mais carne. So the guys are, you know, asking me here and there. I think there's going to be plenty more time to kind of, you know, for people to learn some of the language. Most of my family is in Rio, so maybe they'll come up and kind of see me a little bit here in São Paulo. But that's obviously something that you look forward to. Playing against Brazilian competition, I know we're going to be, you know, scrimmaging against São Paulo, and so, you know, those things are things that you kind of think about and kind of look forward to. Well, my expectations are always pretty high. You know, I've played with the national team in a World Cup before, and I've played, you know, a good number of games, but I haven't been able to, you know, break into the A-team lineup with Jurgen yet, and I think you kind of can read in between the lines a little bit of how he is as a person and what he kind of expects from players, but I think he's just kind of observing me a little bit more in that sense. So it's like I said, it's a good feeling, and it's good to have more responsibilities amongst your teammates and your coaches. And I'm sure, you know, when he wants something extra from me, or when he wants me to do something that I haven't been doing, then he's going to let me know. So, you know, I look forward to that conversation, but I think he's more observing from afar right now. You know, like I said, everything's up for grabs. There's 5 months left until the World Cup. The World Cup being, you know, ultimately every player's goal to arrive at that, you know, stage and be able to participate with, you know, the team. And so, you know, coming into this camp is about reproving myself. You know, I think there's times where I've you know, played to a certain level, and there's times that I haven't. And I think this year, especially for me in Kansas City, has been a year about becoming more and more consistent. And if I can continue being consistent and playing at a higher level, you know, more often than not, then, you know, I think I'll show Jurgen something. And then at the end of the day, you can only you know, make his decision tough. Playing in a World Cup in Brazil would be, you know, incredible. I think you know, playing in a World Cup period is something extremely special. You know, I was, you know, very lucky to get the opportunity to do that 4 years ago, and now obviously the World Cup being in Brazil, in the country that I was born, where most of my family still lives. And obviously it's probably, if not the biggest, one of the biggest pro soccer countries in the world. So it's going to be quite a World Cup for anybody, but for, you know, a Brazilian-born player like myself would be, you know, over the top. So, you know, obviously a dream that I have, and you know, for myself, hopefully it comes true.